Hey, how are you doing? Happy Monday to you. Hopefully you had yourself a great weekend. I was kind of mellow. I know on Friday and Saturday, my oldest nephew, participated in a basketball tournament. And then Saturday night, they were playing for the championship. So I got to go over and see that. And definitely a fourth quarter, the last little bit there got to be pretty intense, but they squeaked away by, I think it was 29-36 was the final score. So they got to win the championship. So that was pretty cool for him. Long, exhausting weekend. He's got to recover. And apparently, so this week or another week or two, there's another tournament. So joys of playing school. And again, this is it's middle-age school. He's in 8th grade. So hey, when I went to school, elementary school went to 6th, junior high 7th, 8th, and 9th, and high school is 11th, 12th, 10th, 11th, 12th. So things have changed so much. But anyways, hope you had yourself a great weekend. I know I had some friends had a couple birthdays going on. But hey, I'm David. And if you've never joined us before, what I do is I share what I call balancing the triad, body, mind, and spirit. I was working my body, and then I started incorporating the mind and the spirit together. It took me 15 years to kind of figure that out, that's what I was doing. But I was working my body, mind, and spirit, which helped me to work on and improve my health, wellness, and fitness. It wasn't until I dealt with cancer till I realized the full benefit of that. So I am sharing what I learned with you. So that way there you can cut down the learning curve for you so you can jump ahead, and do better for yourself. And the main idea I also focus on is what works for you, what fits into your life, and therefore you're going to stick to doing it. So today's topic is how deep, well, the older you are, usually, or the older you are, the deeper your ruts are, usually. So how deep are your ruts? So ruts, well, as we age, we get into these patterns. You can also call them habits. We get ruts. And if they help and benefit you, if they benefit your life, well, probably a different way to put that, because sometimes we still get something out of it. Doesn't mean it necessarily improves our health, wellness, and fitness. But if they do, hey, great, wonderful. If they don't, then not so much. And I like the analogy that Dean Graziosi used in his book, Millionaire Success Habits. You go, say you're driving a tractor. Every morning you're a farmer. You got to go out, the tractor's loaded up, and you take it out to go feed the cattle. Well, if you keep doing the same thing every day, after a while, the tractor is going to start developing ruts. And they can be enough for the tires down there. And basically, you can just put the tractor in gear and just let it go, because the ruts are so deep that the tires are going to fall and you can go out there without even thinking about it. Same thing happens with the life. We can do the same thing over and over and over again. We develop these ruts. And you might have also heard the definition ruts. The only difference between ruts and the grave is the dimension or the depth. So again, if they're not positive habits, they don't benefit you. I can definitely see that. So Dean goes on, talks about it. He goes, now if you're to going out to where you got to feed the cattle, it's quite a ways out there. Just think, same thing with your life. It takes a while to get there. But if you were to adjust that wheel, just a quarter of an inch difference, by the time you get out to the distance straightforward as you're going to the cattle, you're going to be nowhere close. You're going to be so far off to the side, you're not even near where you were before. And sometimes that's what it takes. You can't just get rid of a habit. You have to replace it or at least adjust it. So, for example, since we're talking about health, wellness, and fitness, if you normally always have a soft drink at lunch and dinner, maybe take one with water. Or instead of a full-size can, at least get one of the smaller cans. They have those now. So at least you're reducing it. So you can adjust it by reducing the amount you consume, or replace it by replacing with water. There might be some times where after every meal, say especially after lunch and dinner, you have to have a sweet treat. Change that. Don't have one, replace it with fruit. Sugar, with fruit, it's still sugar. Your body still reacts the same way, but you get the vitamins and minerals in there versus having just empty calories. If every day you come home normally from work, you got to sit down, have a beer or a glass of wine, change that. Maybe have some water. Maybe go for a walk instead. If you think you need to de-stress by having some alcoholic drink, maybe go for a little walk. I know, talk to other people that are smokers. A lot of times it's more habit. As soon as they get up in the morning, it's a habit to have a cigarette. After a meal, it's to have a cigarette. As with any of these things, it's being aware. And you've heard me say this time and time again. And I heard this, I think it's from Gary Cox as well as Robert Hollis, is you can't change what you don't acknowledge. So you got to be at least aware of it and then decide to make the changes from there. So whether it is realizing you have a soft drink with every meal or alcoholic drink, is it making sure you need to have the sweet treat? Is it always having that cigarette right after, as soon as you wake up or right after a meal? Is it coming home and having to have an alcoholic drink? Whatever it is being aware of what those ruts are. And we're focusing on the ones that are not adding to your life, not improving it. And then what's a simple way you can either tweak them to make them more positive or replace them? So alcoholic drink, soft drink, water. Stressed out, need a beer, go for a little walk. If you got to burn some tension off, instead of having a beer to mellow out, maybe do a little exercise. Do a couple push-ups, a couple squats. Whatever it is, what is that works for you? What is it you enjoy doing? And you might not enjoy, but what's something that's going to add benefit to your life that's going to fit for you? What's going to work for you? So get those ideas, because the more you do this, the longer you've been doing the habit, the longer you've been alive, most likely, it's the deeper those ruts are. But yet you can still change it. It might take some effort. Think of that. What's the small adjustment you can make? Think about that 1/4-inch turn on the wheel. What's the small adjustment you can make? That's going to make the biggest benefit for you. So start working on that. Go through those processes there. What can you do? What can have improvements? What changes can you make? So the ruts you're doing, no longer ruts. And since that is more of a negative terminology, what are the positive lifestyle habits you can have? Let's work on that. So let's change it from ruts that doesn't serve you to help some positive lifestyle habits that do. Let me know your thoughts on that. If you need some help on that, in the link, it all depends on what page you're on. And the link usually down below, you'll find a link. Oh boy. You'll find a link in the description. How's that? To my Facebook, where we get some free training to help you out on some different aspects of getting yourself started to balancing the triad and doing it your way. So, all right, enjoy the start of your week, and we will catch you tomorrow. So take care, and balancing to you. Bye-bye.